Today with Storytime with Stevie, we're going to run back to a time and period when all of us were much younger. So make sure y'all hit them buttons y'all supposed to do, man. Run me up. Y'all hit the goal last time. Y'all got me 100 likes, no problem. Let's see if we can get 300 on this one. We're going back to 2001. Me, I was so strung out on pills and heroin. I was 18 at the time. I was so strung out on heroin that I woke up sick as a mother. Like, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I was sweating profusely. And now that dope sickness in itself is terrible, but when you start to sweat, it's even worse. Bruh. Now listen, when I was doing dope back then, like a gram now, I don't know what a gram costs anymore, but a gram back then I used to get for $75. $75 a gram, and I thought I was paying a little bit too much for it then. So my dealer dropped it down to $50 a gram for me. So that was love. But we're going to talk about the day I broke into a pawn shop in broad daylight while the store it was connected to was open and running. Now, let me describe the situation so y'all got a better view of what's going on here. Okay, take the pawn shop. You know how they're hooked to the row homes. Like usually the pawn shop up over here in Maryland is usually hooked to a corner store or near one, or hooked to a side home or row home, whatever you want to call it. So with that being said, the pawn shop was here, the corner store was here. So you got the corner store, pawn shop, they're hooked together by one door. You could go in the pawn shop where not the pawn shop, you could go into the little grocery store, the little one way, and then you got the food all around you. Like as soon as you walk in, it's like food, drinks, all that what you want in a corner store. You know what I mean? Got the ice cream joint and all that. Where the bathroom was at, you had to walk around, go to the right, and then take a quick left, and you go back a hallway. There they had pool tables. You go left to the pool tables, you go right to the pawn shop. Now the owner of the pawn shop hadn't been around for a minute, because I used to go into this pool hall and play pool all day, every day. So me and the owner of the store were like this. His name was Skip, faggot boy, old head. Like he was old, and like he was nice to me. I don't know if he ever I don't know if he wanted to get at me or whatever, but I was young and I wasn't going for none of that. You know, I was a hothead. I was carrying a pistol on me. I was hothead, like in all sense of the word. Now, Skip, he low-key like trusted me, right? Because he knew I had a bad rep. Everybody used to give me a bad rep. Oh no, there comes Stevie. Hide your shit. Like I was the Debo in my little town. Like for real. Like I wasn't jacking, robbing fools at gunpoint yet anyway. Not yet anyway. So Skip low-key trusted me. He low-key trusted me that I could be back in the pool table. You know, I used to come get the balls, rack the balls for him, the cue rack, the sticks. He kept all behind the counter. So every day I come in there, he knew what stick I like, which balls that I like. Pause. He knew which cue I like to use. So I'd go out and go there. I cleaned the pool hall and everything without him even asking. Like when I was done or there was people done, I was the last one there. I would sweep, clean the pool, chalk all off the pool tables and all that, you know. I think he trusted me, but like he wanted to try to get at me, you know what I mean? But he never made no passes at me or anything, because I would have took his life. I would have unalived him right there at that point, because that's just kind of time I was on at the time. Like I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about anything that happened to me, anything that happened to anybody else. I was like Biggie said it, I was ready to die. Like, growing up in an abusive home, I don't want any kid to grow up like that. You know, I have kids now, and I could not look at my kid in that way to ever think to first abuse him, strike him, put my hands on him, any of that. I would never, because of how I grew up. I remember this one time my dad had a shotgun. I could hear him in my bedroom. I'm laying down. It's about 9 o'clock at night. I'm getting ready for bed. I hear him in the bedroom, like we lived in a mobile home, so them walls are paper thin. Like, I lived in the middle bedroom. My sister's bedroom was on this side of the trailer. My mom and dad's bedroom was on that side of the trailer. Mine was in the middle by the living room. I could hear my mom back there getting graped all night long. Like, I don't understand. So when she came out of the bedroom, she said, y'all got to go. Run. Go call 911, whatever. I knew it was time to get the trip out there and go. My mom scurried us out the doorway. She told me to run, get in the doghouse, hide in the doghouse. My sister with me. My sister's a year older than me. My sister with me, hiding in a doghouse from my dad. I don't know where my mom went at the time. I don't know if she was going to get the car or what, but I know me and my sister was in that doghouse, and I could hear my old man walking in the yard, cocking a shotgun, blowing it up in the air. Boom! Boom! Like, I'm not going to get on a bunch of my father. He trusted me low key, so he knew I could be back there, and he could walk outside, do a smoke break or whatever, and I'd be all right back there. So he low key trusted me. The day of the break-in, I wake up, like the night before that, I had some beef with somebody, and I went and torched their car, caught their car on fire. And I came back that night and didn't even get I didn't get well or anything at night. So that whole night, I was up thinking, plotting on what I could steal, who I could rob, just to get a $10 to go and feel better, because if you've never been dope sick, you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you know, you know. If you ever had the flu, the worst flu you've ever had in your life, multiply that by 100 and you got dope sickness. If you want some help, here's the hotline right here to get some help. Make sure you do it, because it's worth it. You are worth it. And I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know I was worth it. I didn't know anybody gave a f about me. I'm sick. I say, screw it. I'm going down here to the pawn shop, and first person I see down this motherfucker is getting it. Like, they getting stuck up, man. I'm not going for nothing. I need money, and I'm gonna get it one way or another. And I was the type of person that I'd rather be high than alive. And if I needed to get through you for me to get high, I'm sorry, but you were out of there. You hear me? I would have did whatever it took to get my dope. So I'm in the pawn shop. I'm waiting around, nobody's coming in, like 11 o'clock rolls around, a.m. It's almost noon, lunchtime. I figured, damn, man, somebody gotta come in this bitch in a minute. So Skip like, bro, we ain't had no customers all day. If it keep going like this, I'm gonna have to close early. I'm like, oh, fuck, because this pawn shop, like, it ain't barely get no business, right? The little store barely didn't get no business. So if 5 people were stopping there in an hour, then something was going on. So I'm like, damn, he gonna close this bitch up. I don't know what to do. I have no money. The man's right up over the hill. He lived right beside me with the OC 80s. He had OC 40s, like all those shit. So, like, I'm like, fuck, I ain't even gotta go get nothing. Take it to somewhere, sell it, then go get it. Oh, if I got enough something real cool, I could grab it, take it to the pill man, and look, I'm good for the day. Tomorrow I get enough, I go to the city, holler at my mans, do whoop-de-whoop. So look, I'm in there contemplating, like, I'm thinking my gears are turning, nobody's coming in, I'm broke, I don't know what to do. So I said, well, fuck it. Yeah, if Skip goes to lock this mug up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to knock him out. Now this is for educational purposes only, so y'all might learn to do something I never got to learn not to do. So I was like, man, I'm gonna have to take him out, tie him up, take the money out of the register. That was my first original plan. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna hurt this dude, bro. I'm gonna have to hurt this dude over just a couple dollars, $20, $30. You know what I mean? I might have to really hurt this dude. He might be a gay dude, but he ain't, I feel like he probably, to protect himself, he's gonna have to fight a little bit. You feel me? But, so I'm probably gonna have to take him out. I'm probably gonna have to send him up over $20. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dang, man. So I go out to my car. I'm sitting on the hood of my car, right? And they had a back door that come out the side of the building, and that was for the pawn shop's owner to come in case the store wasn't open, so he could go in the back door, come through the pawn shop, go out the front door of the pawn shop, and come out into the store if he need be. So I'm out there looking, and I see that door. I'm like, fuck, I can probably get in that, because I'm already knowing, I've been welding shit for a long time. I'm already knowing how to break shit, you feel me? So I already got spud wrenches in my car, and I don't know if you know what a spud wrench is, but it'd be on your screen right here. That's a spud wrench. It's got a very sharp point on the end, and I was stabbing steel with mine. You know, I was connecting iron with mine, building skyscrapers with mine, so mine were real sharp, real pointy. So I said, fuck, I could get that door open. So I went over there, bend the door up a little bit where the handle is, you know, you get your, like you do a car step. I had a steel spud wrench. Bent the fuck out of the door, but it had a deadbolt on it. It wasn't coming open. Damn, man, I fucked this door up. I still ain't got no money, and the sickness is crawling up my back like you wouldn't believe. I'm cold chills, I'm sweating, sneezing, cramping up. Like this is day one starting. Like if I don't get nothing soon, I'm gonna be into day 3 by tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up on the watch tomorrow, the Suey watch tomorrow. So listen, man, if you ever get to that point where you're ready to crash out over some drugs, man, please don't do it. Go get some help. Anyway, I bent the door up, bang, bang, trying to get in. Had a deadbolt, it wasn't coming loose. So I'm thinking, the only way I can get in this mouth is from the door from the inside. It was the pawn shop, and as soon as you come out the pawn shop door, straight ahead was the door to the, as soon as you come out the pool hall side, straight ahead was the pawn shop door. I'm in my mind thinking, he can low-key hear the door, the handle jiggling. I'm thinking like this. So I'm like, man, if he hears this, he's going to come running. So if he comes running back here saying, what are you doing? As soon as he pops around the corner of the door, I'm just going to jam this pointy wrench in his chest. Thank God that didn't happen, because I was on it and I was ready for 1,000. Whatever war came to me, I was ready for it. Because if somebody jumped on me and 10 people stomped me out, I just wanted to feel different than what I was feeling right now. Like, you couldn't beat the dope sickness out of me, you feel? You couldn't beat it out of me. Bruh. So listen, I'm in that motherfucker contemplating on everything, even the M-R-U-R-R. You know what I mean? Red rum spelled backwards. You know what I mean? But I'm in that bitch jonesing. So I go, I'm peeping out the door, listening for him. Because he was like, Skip was a quiet ass dude, man. Like most dudes, they walk heavy. If you hear me walking in a door, you're gonna hear me coming, because I'm loud and I'm obnoxious, and that's what it is. That's just who I am. And I ain't going for nothing. You want to catch a fade, we'll catch it. So I'm in there contemplating, like boom, 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 ready for anything. I go over, jiggle the door handles. No, it's locked, but there ain't no deadbolt. So I'm like smooth. I'm in this, but I'm knowing like, how am I going to get the merchandise out to my car? First thing I did was scratch that game plan. We're going to go do this. So, and that's when I come out, I had my trunk open. The trunk was already open. Like, not open up, but open unlatched, where it popped up. You could just open it up. So I go in, I pop the lock on the door, like it comes right open. So I go in there, run in there, boom, boom. First thing I'm looking for is the GUN, like, you know, the pew pew. Only seen one of them, but I don't know if the dude took them home every night with him or whatever, but I only seen one of those. I took it. Of course I took it. I took all the rings, the necklaces, the PlayStation 1s, because back then it was 2001. We only had the PlayStation 1. I don't even think the 2 came out yet. So I took all of them. I took a bunch of CD cases, a bunch of fucking DVD cases. All I could put in his box. It was like one of them mail carrying boxes, the white ones, but they're not plastic. They're made out of something. I don't even know what they're made out of, but the white mail ones, there was like a yellow one in there. So I just filled all this stuff up on it, man. Kept the pew poo in my waistband, right? So I go and I set the box by the door that goes outside. I unlock that bit, unlock it, peek out it, make sure no one was there. So I got out, got the first box in my car, shut the trunk down just so it was done. Went back in, loaded up again, came out, went back in, loaded up again. On my fourth load, they're jumping on the horn. It's a homeboy of mine. He like, look, Paul's up here. He got the OC's like, what's up? You got any bread? I'm sick too. I'm trying to get right. So I'm like, I'm on my way. Hold him right there. I'm coming. So I was like, tell Scott, boom. I went back in the pool hall. I told Scott, I gotta put my pool stick up and stuff. So I just locked the door because I'm already knowing I can get back in it. Boom, I jump in my car, I speed out. I forget to shut the trunk. So I'm pulling out the trunks going up with all the stolen merchandise in it. I go up the road, boom, turn, take my right, because as soon as you come out the pawn shop, you go up and take a right and go back in the housing development. I went back in there, sold my stuff. Man, where I messed up is I told somebody, my best friend, I told him what was going on. I'm like, bro, you can go with me, load up, get your own ills. You know what I'm saying? Get your own. We fucked around, both of us fucked around, really, and told the little kid that was with us, like, the pill dealer's son, oldest son, his only son was a younger dude. He was like, I was like 18, so he had to been like 14 or 15. And he's like egging the shit on. Like, I don't know why we told him. I was just young and I was a kid and I was fucked up on drugs and everything like that. So I don't know why I told him, yeah, I got myself caught. Yeah, because I got myself caught because I told the ill dealer and his son. Well, so I told the son first. And then I'm out in the kitchen wheeling and dealing with his dad trying to get rid of the merchandise. So, you know what I mean? How many pills he gonna give me for this? How many gonna give me for that? So the kids out there like, he's laughing. He like, Dad, you know they stole this shit from the pawn shop? I was like, dude, man, what the fuck? So now everybody in the house knows. Even the mom and the sister. So they all know. I'm like, bro, this is getting blowed out of proportion. We ain't going to be able to get no lick. I said, I'm leaving. I'm going down to get another lick before y'all go and get us caught. So me and my homeboy jumps in the car, bangs it back down to the pawn shop. I don't know if he went in or if he never did went in, but he was a lookout. I can say this now because we've all been convicted. We did our time. We ain't on no parole, no paperwork, none of that. So I can talk about this stuff because I maxed my time out. I did 10 years. I maxed my time out. 3 installments, though. I went back 3 different times. But it's not the purpose. We go down for the second load. He's playing watch out, right? I'm in the pawn shop loading up the mail joint to take to the car again. And he's like, somebody's coming. So I go out the main door. Boom. Throw the stuff in the car. Shut the trunk down. I come walking back in the front door like a goofy. Come back in the front door. Skip was like, I thought y'all was in the pawn shop. I said, yeah, I came by here. You must have been in the bathroom something when I passed by. He was like, I ain't been to the bathroom in a minute. So I bit back into the pool hall. I'm like, told my best friend, I'm like, man, he knows we gotta go. I go back and make sure the pawn shop door's locked. So when I go back out to go get in the car to run back up to the man's house, we go back up, dump the stuff off. There's another dude there at the man. He's there now buying some ills for himself. The little kid's like, yo, they just broke into the pawn shop. Look at this shit. He's showing them all the shit I done brought up there. Like, I just know, I'm already knowing we fried for this one. I'm already knowing it. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta get up out of here. I can never come back here. So I go over, and mind you, my girlfriend's granddad and them live right next door. I'm staying here at the time. So I already know when they're at the neighbors in and out. So after we take the second load back to the pawn shop, and I'm hearing them tell this dude all this shit, right? I'm hearing them tell this dude all this shit. And you know, my forte was, I'd burn your car down. If you did something wrong to me, I'd come to your house and I'd burn your car down. I had this little concoction I used to mix up. It was straight gasoline, the most as flammable oil as I could find, like oil. I put hair grease in it. I put the fuel for them little gas powered remote control cars. I put that fuel in it, and I shake that stuff up, and I dump it all on your car, all in your front seats and stuff, and just light it, torch it up. So anyway, back to the story. Bruh. We made the second trip out of the pawn shop, and I'm already knowing this dude Harvey. He's a blabbermouth anyway, so he gonna tell anyway. I'm telling my homeboy, I'm like, man, you know what we gotta do, right? And he was like, yup, I know what we gotta do. But really, we wasn't on the same time, because I was like taking this boy up. I was gonna send him to Jesus. But at the same time, I said, you know what we on, right? He was like, yup, we gonna burn his car. I was like, well, that wasn't a thing I was thinking, but we could do that too. Bruh. I'm hoping he's in it while I do it. You know, my thinking. So the next day comes around, I'm like, oh, I gotta go. I can't come back here because they're going to tell. So I go over and knock at the next door neighbor. I'm like, getting up. I just did me a big old, I just did an OC80, the only one I had left. So I banked that. I went over to knock on the door because, like, he gonna give me some more. He was supposed to give me some more today anyway. So I went over there, nobody's answering. But the door's always open. The door's never locked. Even when they leave, they don't lock the door. I'm knowing this. I boom, hit the door handle. It's unlocked, of course. I creep in the door like this. Look, I yell on the door, yo, Paul. His name was Paul. No answer. Yo, little Paul. His son was little Paul. No answer. Dolores. Dolores was the big sister. No answer. Can't remember the mom's name. Anyway, yelled everybody's name. Nobody answered. So boom, I go in the house. I'm scuffling through stuff, looking for the ills. I was dumping the 80s, the OC 80s in my pocket. Then I grabbed the 40s. I'm dumping it. I get one handful in my pocket. And next thing I know, she taps on my shoulder, the mom, talking about, what are you doing? Wasn't nothing I could say. I shoulder block, run past, get out the front door, get in my car, boom, I'm gone. I'm like, man, fuck! What did I do now? I'm gonna sit. So I'm heading back to Baltimore. I go to Baltimore. I tell my homeboy, like, really, what's going on? I'm like, dude, I can never go home, bro. I can never go home, son. I can never go home, kid. You feel me? I can never go home. He was like, dude, they probably ain't even worried about you. They probably ain't even found it yet. The dude can't call the police about the stolen pills because he's not right either. He ain't all the way right. He got illegal guns in there. He got it, like, I sold them to him. He's like, yeah, he probably ain't even worried about y'all. He probably ain't even worried. He mad that you broke in his shit, but he probably ain't out on no cop shit. So I'm like, boom, that's probably, you're probably right. So now I got 20 packs of raw dope on me now. I got it from my man. I took down there, traded some pills, got stuff, traded some pills. So then I'm going back to West Virginia. Boom, I'm cruising up the highway. I get home. Not to my mom's house, but to the neighbor of the pill man's house where my girlfriend was staying. That's where we were staying. So I call it home. So I get back there, but I leave my vehicle at my mom's house and I drive my ATV, my four-wheeler over there. It's like 5-6 miles difference. So I just bang it on there, right? So I pull up in the low part of the yard and go in there, and my chick comes running out. She like, man, the state police was just here looking for you. I was like, huh? The what? The state police were just here looking for you. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck I done did now? Okay. So after I found out the police was looking for me, I pretty much knew they were looking for me for the pawn shop because they had cameras that I wasn't aware of, that they had cameras. And I knew Skip knew who it was because I was the only one in the store at the time. And I had people telling them. So the first thing I did, I waited till it was nighttime. I went and got my fuel, my little concoction that I made up. And I went to Harvey's house. I walked up the top of the hill, knocked on the door. No answer. I was thinking about torching the house. You know, I was thinking about just torching the house, but I didn't. I walked down and I torched his car. Dumped it all over the hood, the windshield, opened the door, dumped it in the front seat, and then lit it. And then I ran. I ran to the bottom of the hill and just watched it burn. Next day, I went to my mom's house. I stayed over at my mom's house. Next thing, I hear somebody knocking on the door. Nobody normally ever knocked on my door, but I heard somebody knocking on the door, and I jerked it open all angrily. Like, y'all don't knock on the door any, and it was the cops. Cops were sitting there. He was like, can I step in your house? I was like, no. It's not my house. My mom's not home. He said, well, is your name Steve? I was like, yeah. Why? He was like, well, good. That's just what I want to hear. I got a warrant for your arrest.